Before we get into this regional, we need to talk about something important. Roster changes. While NA's roster mania wasn't very mania-y, EU had some seriously crazy stuff happen. Most notably, Seiku to BDS and Queso no longer being Queso. The cheese was fun while it lasted, however they have evolved into something much more powerful and grotesque at the same time. Moist. No, not Moist Cheese, just Moist. Charlie and Moist Esports finally got their Rocket League team, and they probably got the best possible team that they could have secured. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's get the basics out of the way. These were the teams that participated. As stated in my NA video, the format for the spring split changed because RLCS hates simplicity, but to be fair, this format is so much more interesting than the group stages from last split. In no particular order, Simper beat Karmine Corp, Endpoint swept Wild, Team Liquid is back after what feels like, 5 years, and they beat EG. Oh my god, Vitality's playing well. It's been a while since this happened. Kinda weird that Fairy Peak isn't on the field though. New BDS beats Wolves, kinda weird that Mark isn't on the field. Luminosity, formerly known as T, sweeps SK. Moist continues their dominance from LAN and sweeps, well, these guys. And finally, Dignitas loses to Solary. And I promise I read that right, it's not a typo. I will say, however, they had some personal stuff going on, so I won't be making any jokes at their expense. Keep your head up, King, we all love you very much. They ended up sweeping Wild. Karmine beat, well, these guys, and Wolves beat SK. Misfit sends EG home, that's exciting, I hope they continue to do well. Back to the upper bracket, Moist goes to Game 5 against Semper, sadly Harry wasn't enough to beat our wet cheesy pals. Vitality continues to do well, sweeping Liquid. Cheetah is shaking a bit right now, whether it's out of anger or nervousness, we may never know. New BDS beats Luminosity, formerly known as T, they look pretty scary, I won't lie to you. Solary beats Endpoint. So that's exciting. Liquid goes to Game 5 against Dig, sending them home early. Endpoint is gone, Wolves are gone, Luminosity, formerly known as T, are gone, and thus concludes a crazy day 1. I love this new format. On to day 2, Karmine continues a crazy run, beating out Liquid. It makes sense after all, only one water-based team can remain in the tournament at a time, or else a rift in space-time opens and Doctor Strange can't close this one out. Misfits send home Semper, insert obligatory Harry Maguire joke here. Back to the upper bracket, new scary BDS beat Vitality in 5. Moving on, Moist goes to a crazy Game 7 against Solary, and if you weren't watching the Moist watch party, do yourself a favor and do that. Here's exactly why. Vitality continues to stay alive, beating Misfits in a Game 7. It's too late though, Cheetah now has to write their apology essay. I will link that in the description. Overall, I'd rate it a solid 4 out of 5 alpha boost. It was very emotional, however the ending left me feeling a bit sad and confused. A solid lesson in not making bets, gambling is bad, children. Speaking of which, I've done exactly that, and I know for a fact I will regret it, but hey, it'll be funny. I recently made a bet with my Twitter stating that if I reach 10k subs by August 1st, I will wear a maid costume during a day of Worlds in Dallas. Now, a lot of people watch these videos, but only a small percentage of you guys subscribe, so if you like this type of content and want to see a Floridian in a maid costume, well, subscribe. Moving on, Solary also beats Karmine Corp in 5. Day 3! Now it's time for the matchup we've all been anticipating. New scary BDS versus Moist.
Let's get wet.
Yeah, let's get wet.
Let's get wet.
We are rewarded with an amazing series, easily a top 5 in my book. It goes to Game 7, but new scary French BDS takes it after a crazy close 0-second attempt from the watery boys. Vitality versus Solary. Both teams look crazy right now. However, Solary gains the edge and beats them in 6. Solary are looking to secure a spot in the grand finals, trying to take advantage of a defeated Moist, however they forgot how absolutely disgusting these guys are and get beaten 5. Moist Esports secures a top 2 in their first outing, which is what we all wanted. Who knew that all it took for EU Rocket League to be exciting was a big NA influence?
Why would you say that? Like, you put me in such an uncomfortable situation. Like, you know I'm not happy. You know I'm trying.
Time for grand finals. Will we get another juicy series? A bracket reset, perhaps? Nope. New scary French BDS pulls a classic BDS and hates drops, and these guys are robots. Curse these EU robots. Why is Monkey Moon so good? I cannot wait for the next regional. Hey, thanks a ton for watching this video. If you liked it, you should consider subscribing. It's free, and you get to make me wear a maid costume in Dallas in August during the day. Luckily, I've been taking notes from Moist, and I will stay very hydrated, and I will see you all there. I love you.